Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, guys. Hi, good morning. Hi, Marvin. I'm actually doing two lives right now. I'm doing YouTube and I'm also doing TikTok. So, welcome, TikTokers. Welcome, YouTubers. So, I'm just going to eat my breakfast. So, please forgive me if I'm eating in front of your face. But yeah. So, what do I have today? I have oatmeal and I made bacon, egg, and cheese on a cinnamon raisin bagel, and I have my lemon with honey here tea right now. But yeah, guys, so hope everyone is doing well this morning. I'm going to eat my oatmeal. So yeah, I just had. Normally, when I make oatmeal, I hold on. I don't think I can see anything in these, but anyway. Normally, when I make oatmeal, um, I make like a big batch. So I had leftover. But yeah. So I have to make a new batch tomorrow morning. So I'm back on my oatmeal. Hi, guys. Hi, welcome. Thank you for joining my live. Lucky, go and eat your breakfast. So let's jump right into it, shall we? Bridgerton. How many of you guys, hi, thank you for joining my live. How many of you have watched Bridgerton? It wasn't until I went to um, it wasn't until I went to TikTok then I realized that the wedding was at the end. Was I the only one? Apparently, I wasn't. But I'm asking you guys today: Did you guys know? Normally, I do watch the credits. Okay, so I watched a little bit of it, but I just turned it off right afterwards. Then I had to go back to watch it, and I was like, oh, I felt it was kind of like a injustice to everyone else had a fantastic wedding, and I like that they had a country style wedding outside of the home that they're going to live in. I like that, but it could have been incorporated at the end. I don't know, but they did it at the end. But anyway, I don't know what's going on with the light in here on the YouTube live. Hi guys, hi Karina, hi Jerry, hi guys for joining my live. I'm doing YouTube and TikTok at the same time, live. Yeah. So, yeah, so I had to watch Bridgerton. To be quite fair, I've been watching all the Bridgertons. I didn't even know there was a book. Was I the only one that didn't know there was a book? I just thought Shonda, created it or what have you. I had no idea it was a book. So that being said, because now I know there's a book, I now know how many children they're going to have because I did see those videos. Hi guys, thank you for joining my live. I did see those videos, but yeah. So yeah, and I think they're gonna leave Eloise' wedding for. She is gonna get married. They're all gonna get married, and I don't know when I missed Bridgerton when I didn't know that all of their names were alphabet, or maybe it just went, and I just totally forgot about it. Hi, how many of you guys watch Bridgerton? I don't know. So she named all 8 kids A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Yeah, the last one is G. Yeah. No, E, F, G, H, because there's a hyacinth. Yeah. I wonder what she would have named the other kid when she reached 9. I wonder what the I name would have been. It was most likely a boy. Because how many boys does she have? She has four and four. She has four and four. Hi guys. So yeah. But yeah, I was just saying that I didn't know the wedding was at the end of Bridgerton. And part of me for this season didn't want to watch it. Here go the controversial part. This is just me. So if you watch Bridgerton, you know that okay, which one got married just now? Oh my god. A B. What's his name with a B? I don't know why I have Braxton in my mind, but it's not Braxton. Because Colin got married before him. Whatever his name is that started with the B. So he was a wild guy, right? So he was sleeping around with everybody. So when they showed this season, I wasn't really interested because I was like, oh, he's been with everybody and everybody. And I'm like, but in reality, that is reality, right? That is reality. So what do you do? And I often felt like she didn't, this is me before I saw the show, that she wouldn't have gotten a fair marriage because just in case if he reverted, but he actually was in love with her. But here's something else that I found because I get all my information from TikTok. But here's before I even go to that, was I the only one who watched Bridgerton, the wedding, when the other brother, the older one, Anthony, not with an H, Anthony, when Anthony was talking to the brother before the wedding, I kind of got the sense when he was trying to talk his brother out of forget about her because she's a maid, which actually she's royalty. Um, that he was like, "Oh, I had to give up the other woman," and I kind of got the sense that he has the other woman on the side. Am I the only one that felt that? Like, oh, I had to give her up. But I guess back then, I don't know. I don't know. That's just me. We're just talking Bridgerton while eating breakfast. But yeah, I don't know. But I did watch it. And I did go back to watch the wedding at the end because thanks to you all on TikTok, I didn't know past the credits. Normally I do stay for the credits, but I was just like, I was so tired by that point by the time I reached the ending. But I love her. What's her name? Her last name is Ha. Right? The actress who played the love interest, Miss Ha. I love her TikTok page. She started a TikTok page, so she and the character Posey are doing some dances on her page. Oh, it's so funny and so cute. So I do like that. But yeah, guys, that's my Bridgerton take. There will be more. And they have announced that they're not going to reveal who the new Whistledown lady is in Bridgerton because now there's the original Whistledown. So who do you think it is? I have my top choice. They lined it up so well for you to think who could it be. Everyone think it's the new lady for the queen, the married lady. I don't remember all their names. I actually think the mother of the eight kids could be a good contender because she knows all the gossip. But part of me is leaning towards Cressida. But Posey's sister didn't show any interest. Like, I kind of feel like low key she could be the one. But who already did whistle down? It's Cressida. Who already knows the ins and out, the paperwork or whatever. And yes, it could be Eloise as well. But Eloise will have to keep that up secretly, and I don't know. Hi. Hi, guys. Hold on, because I'm doing two lives at the same time. Um, are you asking about is it good? Bridgerton, yes, it is good because it is showcasing the Black culture back then in royalty. That part I do love about the show because Queen Charlotte is a real queen back in the day. But back in the day, allegedly, what they said, they ridicule her and whatever. But they did have a black queen up there in the kingdom, and the black queen gave birth to a lot of kids. Because even in this Bridgerton show, it shows that she had I think was it 16 or something like that, and but she actually gave birth to Queen Elizabeth. No, not Queen Elizabeth. What's the other one that had a lot of kids? Anyway, you can show the lineage of how it reached down to Queen Elizabeth's father and how it reached down to her. It does take a while. It does take a while to get into the Bridgerton series. It is on Netflix. It is on Netflix. Um, so just take your time and watch it. Take your time and watch it. Yeah, it is. I think it's 8 episodes. I think maybe the first one may be longer, but the rest of them, they're 8 episodes. They're like a little bit over an hour long. But yeah, in case you guys are just joining me, I just finished my oatmeal breakfast here. I have my tea and I made a bacon, egg, and cheese. Yeah. No, there's no cheese. Just bacon, egg, and on a bagel. My only bread for today. Because I'm a bread person. Okay, I think it's worth a watch. You should watch it. You should watch it. It is good. It is good. Um, I don't know how to reply to this. Yeah, guys. So we're just talking Bridgerton and that the wedding is at this is the latest season that just came out and that the wedding was at the end. But anyway, it is a good watch. You just have to get into it. Eventually, because I learned so much from TikTok, all of her 8 kids do get married, and it's interesting that the majority of them end up having 4 kids. Random, but I notice little things like that. It is 10:35 a.m. here because I am in the United States. Somebody asked what time it is where I am. It is 10:35, and yeah, it's Eastern Standard Time. I don't know if the lighting. The lighting is going in and out, in and out. What else do you guys want to talk about? So I was talking about Bridgerton. I'm actually finishing up this show. Um, what is it called? It's gonna go off, but yeah. Ding dong. I'm actually finished up this show. Is it called on Netflix also? I feel like there's nothing good coming on, to be quite honest. It is a Asian Korean show. I love them. It does have subtitles. I tell people all the time, you guys are missing out on all of these um, K-pop dramas and all these shows, even from other countries. They're so good, especially I don't know what's up with this light in here, especially the the Denmark ones, the Danish ones, or whatever. Oh, somebody said Seven Dials on Netflix is good. Oh, thank you for recommending that. I have to check that out because I'm almost finished with this series. It's called Unveil Jadewind. It's a mystery. Royalty, them solving mysteries because it's the investigative bureau, the one that I'm watching right now. So I think I have like 4 more episodes to go or something like that. But yeah, it has 30 foods. So, sometimes with these K-pop, Korean, Asian shows, they go all the way up to 60. They go all the way up to 60. This one is 34. Oh, did I watch Seven Dials? I don't think I did. Thank you. Thank you. They're really, did anybody else over there in TikTok world watch Seven Dials? Thank you for the recommendation. That's great. I gotta check that one out because I love mysteries. I love mysteries. Here. So it is a Sunday. It is a Sunday here. I do have a video. I just didn't edit it. And it is going to be about some of the items that I purchased on TikTok, including this. This is supposed to help with this is Blu-ray. I was going to change out to my regular lenses. Yeah, that's true. That's true. A lot of them do. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is so true. I'm trying to see. Mm, mm. But yeah, it has to grab my interest. It has to grab my interest for me to stay and watch it for a long time. And a lot, that's why I like a lot of the detective shows and the mystery shows because it's something that a lot of times I have to try and solve too as well. That I like that. Some of them are so obvious, but I like it. But it has to like grab my interest. You know what I mean? But yeah, so that video is probably going to come out Wednesday. Hmm. The weather is so crazy. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Mm-mm. Get down. Me too. I have a lot. Yeah, I have a lot that I started. And is it just me? Sometimes I'm flipping through and I said, okay, I want to watch something, and then I see that somebody else already watched it, and I was like, who else is gonna watch it? Because my son has his own, um, what do you call it, thing on Netflix and whatever. So I'm like, who started this? It wasn't me. So I'm like, yeah. Sometimes you have to change the passwords um, just to make sure nobody hacked in or something. Because I was like, who started this? Like a lot of times, I'm like, unless it came in the preview, but I don't recall it coming in the preview, or I don't know. I don't know. That's crazy. It's crazy because I'm sitting there like, when did this start? Like, who started this? Yeah, right? But yeah, today's Sunday, and I just decided to just do a live. I did say at the beginning of the year that I was going to try and do a live at least once a month. I didn't do one for February, I think. Um, February went by so fast. Yeah, that's what I said. Nobody else has access to the account, so I'm like, who's watching it here? You're right. But thank you, TikTokers, because I didn't know for Bridgerton that there was a wedding at the end. But yeah, so I guess another season is going to come out until all the kids are married. Yeah, I think Netflix changed their rules where you couldn't give other family members if they're not living directly in your house because then they want to upcharge you. Everything is a charge, charge, charge. And I had cut off Netflix before, and I will do it again because I feel like there's nothing good coming on sometimes. So I was watching Traders on Peacock, and then I had to turn that off. And I was just like, enough is enough. And I was thinking of applying to be on the show. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll try. It all depends on the schedule. Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, I had to think about that one. And then you have to get picked. And then I'm like, I'm good at solving, but I don't know. I see everyone go on the show, and I'm like, I don't know. Like you lose it. It's good to watch it like you're watching me, I'm watching you kind of thing. But when you're actually in it and everything else is going on, you kind of like lose focus. Yeah. Yes, traders. Traders, traders, traders. I watched a few of the seasons. Oh my gosh. I think this one was more irritating to me. It wasn't he played a good game, don't get me wrong. He played the game. He played the game. Let's give the props where the prop says. He did play the game. And he became the winner. Rob, Lucky, get down. Get down, Lucky. Here. Go and eat your own food. But you gotta give it up to the black lady that won. I forgot her name. Cause he took a play out of her book as far as when he recruited that last trader towards the end. The original traders feel like if I recruit you halfway through and we make it to the end, they're not going to share the money because they feel that they put in more sweat and tears and sleepless nights versus you did it halfway. It's kind of like, I don't know, you get it. Lucky, please get down. No more, no more, no more. But you know I'm going to give you more because that's it. No more. Really, no more. And I started this live late, but yeah. But yeah, I love traders. But yeah, yeah, they're opening it up to the public in case you guys want to join. But yeah, but I was like, I don't know about that. They'll probably vote me off first because I'm black. If you know, you know. I feel that with all the trader shows, allegedly they got the players get rid of all the black people first. I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe it's I don't know. I was gonna say I don't know. It's over there in Europe. But yeah, but yeah, that's what I feel. Watch all the shows. Who normally goes first? Either that or the women. I don't know, except for when what's her name that won? She was African American. She is African American. She won, but yeah. But other than that, not really. I did watch where um, I did watch. I did. I didn't see the season where it was all three traders. Did you guys watch that? It was all three traders at the end. Two of them were the original, but then they recruited a third one. But then Homegirl knew they were going to switch it up on her, and therefore they all left with no money. I thought that was the best play because she went, yeah, yeah. I've watched a couple of seasons, so yeah, and but yeah, that was the best play ever where they all reached the end. I didn't know, I thought when they all reached the end, that was it, right? But no, they gave a chance for the traders to, um, you know, fight for the money. And so the two of them were original. She came in halfway. And so they have this thing where they want to continue the game. If two of them vote one way, they get the money. But if one person vote a different way, they don't get the money. So all three of them would have to vote the same way. But she knew they were going to flip the table on her, so she flipped the table. Oh, it was well played. I like that because at the end she was right. She was right. They're going to flip it on her. Yeah, something about traders. They feel like I kind of get it. You do all the work, and then they make you recruit someone at the end. But then are they entitled to get all the money like you when you've been in the game longer? I kind of get the concept. I kind of get it. But me, on the other hand, you wouldn't have made it without the help of the other. I don't know. You have to be in the boat to understand it. Yeah, we can say anything, but we have to be there. To be in it is a whole different thing. But yeah, it may not be the intention of them to vote them out like that, but I just see that there's a pattern. That's just me. That's just me. That's just me. But yeah, I really wanted Candace to make it all the way to the end, but I love the duo of Johnny and oh my God, why am I going blank on their name? The skaters. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I'm glad it's over. Let's put it like that. I'm so glad that episode is over. And then they had the reunion, and I didn't watch it. I'm just like, whatever. But yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, I was over it. I stopped watching it. To me, Traders is for me. I gotta watch it in stages because you get so. And I like to watch it when the whole season is already done to just keep watching it because then with this one, because I'm watching it real time, the first time I'm watching it real time, so then I had to wait and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that they didn't get it, and all that kind of stuff. But I like watching it when it's already over and done so I can just watch everything and get it all over and done with. I like it when shows just put it all out. Why make me wait until next week? Hmm. Where are you located? At Hill Burns 1824. Are you in the US? Hi, TikTokers. Oh, okay. I've always wanted to go to the UK, I do have family there. Yeah. And I wanted to go um, around the time of Harry and Meghan's wedding, around that time. Still want to go, but I don't know. I don't know if I can take long flights. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. They have such nice. I see in Emirates, but that's an expensive flight, and all of those. It makes you comfortable while up there in the air. It is a bus, they call it. Oh, a cute country pub, and have a roast dinner on Sunday. Oh, good tip. That good, huh? Yeah. Any UKers watching me on TikTok? Ah. Oh, wow. Thank you for the recommendation. Yeah, I love the country homes. It looks so nice, the homes out there. Actually, Agatha Christie, she's a great mystery writer. She had a nice, like where one of her homes was out there. It looks so nice. I kind of like the country settings. Okay, good to know. Good to know. When I am making that trip one day, hopefully, I will make you all know. But yeah, I'm more of a person that wants to go where there's a beach because I love the beach. But yeah, but yeah, I would love to go. I would love to go, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, but we'll see. We'll see. Taking the culture. It's kind of like I feel like when people go to different countries, they don't try the food. Oh, like I know it doesn't have beaches. I know. Hmm. Yeah. I kind of feel like when they go to other countries, they don't try the food of the country, at least taste something. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I've heard of the area. I've heard of the area, Cornwall. Um, I've heard of it. But yeah, this is just a Sunday. This is just a Sunday morning, guys. Spending it with you all. Spending it with you all, and I like it. I like doing lives and just I don't have to edit. Don't have to I did have to prop up the cameras and light it a little bit and whatever. And it is natural lighting um, here on a Sunday. My breakfast is finished. Oops. I do have to go go and get the dishes afterwards and clean up. But yeah. It is still a little chilly, so I have my scarf. It is still. I've come to realize for me as I'm getting old. Oh, thank you. As I'm getting older, that I was looking it up also, and it is a like how is the correct word? It's like an Asian culture thing too. Like they believe in keeping your body warm to eliminate a lot of the. Oh, and by the way, the reason why I was sick and losing my voice. The pollen, we get a lot of pollen here in where I am in Georgia. When I was living in New York, I would always get it in September, but here I get hit twice a year. I get it before spring and I get it in the fall. And it's really, really bad because we're surrounded by so many trees and everything. But yeah, thank you. I imagine someone said that they love my plants. Thank you. I really imagine my home filled with more plants. I do have my fig trees over there. But the thing about my house is that the way the sun comes in, it comes in from the back. So, and a little bit to the other side. So this side of the house really doesn't get it. And by the time it rotates into the front, and because we're not in daylight savings time, the front doesn't get that much sun yet, because it gets dark quicker. But yeah, I've seen some beautiful homes in New York and other areas where they have their apartments and it's filled with plants. Oh, I love stuff like that. But yeah, but the thing with me is that I can get more plants. However, this is me in the store, and I've shown it in the videos before. I'm on my phone looking it up if it's toxic to dogs. Yeah, luckily my dog is small, um, but you gotta keep in mind, small or not, luckily he doesn't eat leaves, but sometimes just having the plants, a few of them, even figs are not good really for dogs, but it's mainly about if they're eating it and stuff. Lucky, it's finished. Move from there. Move. Um, yes, I agree. Plants are great for you to have. Even start with a small one. Even start with a small plant. I totally agree. I totally agree. That's why I want to fill up the whole house with it. It just brings you, since I can't have the beach, here, I might as well, and yeah. And I'm not gonna make a pool in my backyard because my backyard is hilly, and I grew up and went to the beach almost every weekend. When my son was younger, that was our thing when we lived in Florida. Here in Georgia, there's no beach. I do have two pools in my subdivision, and my mother had a pool. Yeah, when I was younger. So to have a pool and take care of it is a whole bunch of work and stuff. But I would be the only one in there most of the times because I love the water. But yeah, it's a lot of maintenance and a lot of stuff and what have you. And it's also not good when you have animals near the water. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mhm. But yeah, so on YouTube, um, let me just ask this question. What do you do in the UK for fun? Hi guys, thank you for joining my live on TikTok. Hi, I'm doing two lives, one on TikTok and one on YouTube. Yeah. hmm But yeah, I've been trying to keep my neck warm. That's why I love the cold season to some degree because then I cover up my neck. That has been helping me. And then I drink my tea. I'm a tea person anyway, so I drink a lot of teas. And but yeah, for me, there are about five or six. I'm including six because I always said it was five. When those five are blooming here in Georgia, forget it. It just wipes me out. And apparently, one of them hit last week, and it was high because I have to go and check Atlanta's pollen count, and that's how I'm able to see what exactly is blooming. And I knew it had something to do with the pollen because I was like, "Where's this?" But you don't think it's coming because it's still winter, but because of this up and down weather, the 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 plants are like, "Should I bloom? Should I not bloom?" So yeah, so one of them they listed out in different ones, but juniper, elm, and maple. Those three, or I know definitely the maple, and there's others that affect me that I had to write it down because I'm like, what on earth? And lately, the weed outside, because they break it down by what's blooming in the plant, they break it down by they break it down by the weed and the grass. because some people are when the grass and the like when you cut the grass and that fresh that can affect your pollen as well. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Me trying to see. Thank you for sharing. So I feel like I have to do this like every day now because you just never know. You just never know with this pollen. We're now in March. We're now in March. Can you believe that? It is now March. So nothing is showing, but if I pull up February, would it allow me to pull up February? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So you see all the orange and the yellow, that's when the pollen was high. Hmm. And luckily it didn't reach red, but to me, sometimes it's green and it still affects me. It depends on what's blooming. But yeah, all last week, my voice, all last week. And when I look, so it breaks it down by the trees, it breaks it down by the weed, the sheep sorrel. I don't know what that is, but apparently that affects me. The mold, they break it down by the mold because apparently there is mold outside flying around, those little white things or whatever. Oh, really? Oh, wow. So, yeah. Oh, no wonder because oak is one of them because we have so much oak trees and maple trees. But yeah, oak. Oh, really? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Well, I can see it because you're surrounded by a lot of trees also. So yeah. Mhm. But yeah. But yeah. Mhm. I don't know why I have Michael Jackson song in my head. The man in the mirror. I was somewhere last week. I won't say where, but then they had like a karaoke. And I had to tell them at the end, don't ever give me a mic because I will be up there for a while. So, what are my plans for today? Someone asked me because I'm doing two lives. I am going to clean up. I have laundry to pack away. It's one of the things. I'm not going anywhere. I don't think I'm going anywhere, but you never know. You never know. You never know. You never know. But yeah, I have to clean up around the house. Yeah. What are you guys doing today? What are you guys doing today? Yeah, it's a Sunday. I'm glad and appreciate that you guys are spending at least a few moments with me here on my lives that I'm doing on TikTok and on YouTube. But yeah, guys, I didn't want to overcommit, so I did say at the beginning of the year that I was going to do at least once a month, but don't hold me to that. So far, the only month I missed was February, I think. But I don't think I did one in February. Maybe I did. I don't remember. Maybe I did. I have to look it up. Oh, yeah. Okay, okay, okay. It's morning time here in the US. Yes, yes. I forgot about the time change. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah. So I hear some people outside already taking care of the lawn. I actually wanted to go outside and start prepping my garden a little bit. As a matter of fact, let me just look and see how the weather is going to be for this week. Oh, it's not going to rain. Hi. It depends. Somebody asked, when do I go grocery? It depends. When did I go? Did I go yesterday or the day before? Yeah, it depends. It depends. It depends. It depends. I went yesterday. That will be in the vlog. That's coming up on Wednesday. Yeah, I went yesterday. I don't know. It varies. Sometimes I go in the middle of the week. It all depends. It all depends. Lucky, I'm on a live right now. Hold on. Come. You want to come up here? Is that what it is? Hmm? Do you want to come? Say hi. Say hi. Hi. Okay, hold on. Say hi, Lucky. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people out. Um, I hear them doing their grass and stuff. Hmm, yeah. Yeah. A little at a time. There's so much to do. I have to make a list. But yeah. I don't know. It all depends. A lot of times I have in my head like, oh, I'm gonna do this and that. Lucky, do I tell you off? Do I tell you off, Lucky? Say nunca. Say never. I never tell my baby off. I would say get down. Lucky has his own food, and for whatever reason, Lucky wants my food. I am bad. I know I'm not supposed to give him. Um, I know I'm not supposed to give him human food. Never. Not me. Lucky, you tell my baby off. Hmm. Say never. But yeah, I always had to tell him stop. Oh, it depends on when. It depends on. Was it Lucky? So yeah, I had another dog, Mojo, and Mojo would bark more than Lucky, but Mojo is passed on. Yeah, I miss my baby Mojo. Yeah, because Lucky, something it depends, and it's all my fault. I am the bad parent here. I'm the bad parent that gives my doggy food. I am the bad parent. I know I'm not supposed to. I know I'm not supposed to. But yeah, and then even with the foods that I give him, I have to watch it. Even though I had egg, I give him a little bit of the egg whites, if that makes sense. Thank you. So yeah, not so much the yolk. I don't put a lot of seasoning on my eggs, so yeah. So I also have to be on my phone to look up, is this toxic for dogs and what have you. But he will still be there. I think that's something he learned from Mojo, to stand around, be there, and like looking like, and we have our signals. He has his command where I tell him the food is finished, where he gets it, and I had to tell Mojo that as well. But yeah, but there's a connection between dogs and humans. Like when humans are eating, the dogs sometimes eat at the same time and they feel more of a connection there. So I think he feels that because I'm not sharing. I feel guilty. I feel guilty. You staying up there watching me eat. And I'm like, should I give you, so I'm the bad parent. I'm the bad mommy there for giving him food. But I'm very particular about the food that I do share with him. And lately, because it will upset, because he's a smaller dog and it does upset his stomach. And so I just give him like, tiny bits of pieces and what have you. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. If one neighbor is out, they're all out. Everybody watches everybody. But yeah. I like my neighborhood. I like my neighborhood. Yeah. Yeah. That's the only thing, yeah. And then he'll get excited, and yeah, because a lot of people don't believe that pets should be in the house. So growing up in Jamaica, that's a big no-no, a big no-no. So a lot of my family members had to get used to the dogs being in the house, because in Jamaica the dogs are outside the house. So because my family is mostly dog family, I don't know why some of them all of a sudden are getting cats. But anyway, I digress. I already said what I had to say in my last video about that. But anyway, but we grew up with a as a dog family, and it was always outside. So when I got my babies, it was to have. I was like, "Oh no, you want me to go leave the dog outside, as little as they are, and who knows what the heck is in the backyard?" Because in the states, you don't know what. There's a lot of possums and a lot of other animals that can. No, no. And when I first moved here, there still is deers. There's a lot of deers here in. I don't think the deers will hurt the dogs. No, I don't. And so there's a lot of deer, and I'm allergic, so I don't like cats, and I'm allergic. And but yeah, and so I'm like, nope, 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 nope. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, so all of a sudden some family members have cats, and it's not like they went out to get a cat. They've all of the stories I've heard, the ones who have cats now, they've all had they were strays. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. I'm glad you said that, because a lot of people are like, but it is okay that we have differences, that I don't like something and you don't like something. It's perfectly fine. But yeah, it's not the end of the world. It's perfectly fine. But yeah, they were all strays, and then by them feeding them and whatever, by them feeding them and what have you, that's how they became their pet. Every time I think about that, I think about there was a cat movie. I say it all the time. I don't know what it's called. It's something I watched when I was younger. It was about a family that moved into a house somewhere near the woods, and the mother said they saw a stray cat, and the mother was like, "No, don't feed it because then it become dependent on you." It turned into a horror movie about cats, because at the end, I don't know if anybody remember the name of it. By the end of it, there was like 100 cats that were attacking the family at the end, and the one that helped them a little bit was the first cat that they was feeding or petting or what have you. I was like, and they were like underneath the house. That's why I was like, when I ever get a house, I don't want a house that have an opening underneath the bottom because there's a lot of homes like that over here. And I was like, nope, nope, nope. Because all I kept thinking about was that movie. And I was like, nope, you don't know what's underneath that crawl space. And so that's just me, guys. And I was like, nope, you don't know what you're watching that's stuck in your head that can traumatize you a little bit. And I'm like, nope, 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 nope. I'm like, nope. But they can hide anywhere, you know? But we have lots of, there's sometimes you're driving down the road and you see like a dead animal, like somebody, and I'm like, what kind of animal is that? And then I had to look it up and I was like, oh, that's a possum or something. I was like, they have all that hair? Oh, oh, that's sad. That's sad. Yeah. I thought about rescues for the, oh, and I didn't know that. I think I learned this last year or maybe the year before. I didn't know that with some of the shelters here in the US that talking mostly dogs because they were talking about dogs on the radio. That's when I heard it. But I guess it happens for all shelters with animals. I didn't know that they euthanize them if it becomes too. Oh, that's so sweet of you. I didn't know that they euthanize them when the shelters become so full. That's why they make a plea on the radio and to the public, come and rescue these pets, come and rescue these pets. And I didn't know that they had foster care for the animals as well. So I learned a lot as well, you know, when it comes to animals, that they would take them in for a couple of months, you know, and help them out. Yeah. 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 It's sad. It's very sad. Yeah. Man. Hold on. Mhm. No, 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 no. You okay? But yeah, guys, yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice. It's just the concept is nice. It's just about people. Um, they were saying hope that they have a hotel to take care of all these animals. The concept is nice. It's just the maintenance and upkeep, and I can see could be an issue. But if they have good people who want to volunteer and do that, then yeah, it can work. But yeah, um, where is this time? Okay, guys. So I think it's only an hour. I don't know. Oh, I'm mixing it. I think Instagram, it's an hour max for the live. We've been here for almost an hour. But yeah, guys, I am going to try and finish up my 4 episodes that I have left of that show sometime throughout the day. I'm going to clean up my kitchen a little bit. I don't know what else. It all depends. Like I said before, I may be thinking, you know, like, oh, I'm going to do this and that. And then I'm like, end up going somewhere or not or doing something. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna but yeah, guys, I appreciate you all. You too. All right, guys. I am going to head on out. Thank you all for joining my live. Until next time, bye. Go, 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 go. And enjoy your day. Bye, guys.